I'm going to show you how to utilize the return address feature in the Pixingo Studio. You can get to your profile by clicking right up here in the top right menu on the home page, Profile. You can also get to it from your dashboard and then clicking on the Edit button right up here in the top left corner. I'll click on that. Both pathways get you to this page. Then right over here you can see Return Address. The information you see right now is the information that you entered the first time you set up your Pixingo account. We'll call that your primary account profile. And this is the address that Pixingo will use if we're going to mail you an update or any kind of important information, even a commission check if you're an affiliate. It also becomes your default return address when you first set up your account, so that when you mail out a card, that's the address we're going to put on the return on the top left corner. Now, here's the thing. If you move or something like that, you definitely want to click on this button and then, make all the change to this default return address. If you haven't moved, you might want to just leave that alone and then add a new address if that's your idea, to set up a separate option, if you will, for a return address. Now, it's important that when you do that, you give it a profile. So I'll just say business, and then put in the name. So I'll just put in a, fake name, I guess. All right, and then we've got the street address. That'll make sense to some people. And then we got our city. Don't forget the country. That's really important. Drop that in. If you don't put in the country, it won't save it, okay? And put a state in. Drop that in. And then, of course, a postal code. Done. Now I hit save. And you can see now I've got another alternate. Now, if you want to make that new address your default, just click on default just like that, and it takes it off of this one. Remember, it's going to keep your primary account. That's for mailings. And now this can be your default. But maybe you don't want to do that, so I'll go back over here and make that the default and take it off of that. Okay, so now that is all set up. That's how you make changes to your return address. Now let's go into the studio and kind of see how this whole thing plays out when you want to utilize it. Okay, so we'll go up to this corner right here to take me to the home page, and I'll just grab a card and go into the studio. All right, now that I'm in the studio, and let's just pretend that I got this card all set up and everything's perfect. It's time to decide, who to mail it to and all that good stuff. I'll go to the mailing right up here. And then I could choose recipients, but right over here, if you can follow my mouse, right over here, you can see this from icon. All right, this is where I can make a change. I'll click on that. And you can see there's my default. That's the address that I set up when I first got things going with Pixingo. And because I set up another account, another return address, I could click on this menu and click on business. You see how that all changes right there? So it's ready to go, no problem. If I look at it and go, you know what, I need to make a change, just click on that edit button, make your change, and then hit save, and you're all set. Again, remember though, right up here, if I go to the default or the whatever, this is the critical thing right here, primary address. You don't want to make any changes to that primary address unless you absolutely, like, I've moved, and then you can go make that change. In fact, if I click on edit, it says, are you sure? That's the address that you set up when you set up your account the first time. Are you really going to change that site-wide? And then I'm going to say, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to make an edit to this other one, like the business one. If I make an edit to that, it's not going to give me that warning. Hope that makes sense. So just remember, there's a primary account, and that's the one that you set up, and that's for mailings to you. And also it can work as your default return address. Hopefully that all makes sense. All right. Now remember, I could have also set up other return addresses by just even clicking on that, and you can set up a whole other one right now if you wanted to. So there's a couple places to do that. I'll just say cancel because that all looks good. Okay, so you've got your home page that you can go to your profile and make some changes there. You could be in the Card Studio under the mailing section and then click over here and hit the from, make a change there. Or there's one more chance, and I'll just take you right here to the proof page. We'll go past the add-ons and go to the proof page, and this is where Pixingo, tells you this is what the card's going to look like. Is everything in order? And you can look at the address, return address right there, and you go, oh, wait a minute, I want to change that. This is where you can go to your drop down and make a change right there before you approve the print and approve the recipients. This is where you can make that change. And then there's also this option right here where you can hit edit. Go back to that page again, make an edit or add a new, and then hit save, and then go back to the proof page, and everything will be just fine. Hit approve here, and hit checkout. And that's how you use it. Now, depending on what kind of a membership you have more and more return address options, I should say, as far as adding more and more to that catalog of return addresses. So just be aware that maybe you're smart and you don't have so many, and when you're a pro, you get a few more, and when you have a Pro Plus, you probably have unlimited. So anyway, that's how the return address tool works, and have some fun with it.